My stepkids didn't know I could hear them through the baby monitor they forgot was on. I was folding laundry in the basement when I heard Chloe's voice come through the baby monitor receiver sitting on the dryer, clear as day, like she was standing right next to me. Did you see her face when Dad said we're spending Christmas at her mom's? She looked like she was going to cry. Laughter followed, high and cruel. 17-year-old Chloe and her 15-year-old brother Nathan, my stepchildren for the past 3 years, talking in Nathan's room where we'd set up the monitor 6 months ago when their grandmother stayed over after her hip surgery. Nobody remembered to take it down. I stood perfectly still, a pair of my husband Derek's jeans in my hands, listening to my stepkids discuss me like I was some kind of intruder in their lives. Nathan's voice came through next. She tries so hard to make us like her. It's pathetic. More laughter. My heart hammered against my ribs. 3 years of making their favorite meals, driving them to practices and appointments, helping with homework, attending every single school event. 3 years of telling myself that the coldness would eventually thaw if I just kept showing up, kept trying, kept loving them even when they gave me nothing back. Chloe's voice dropped to a whisper, but the monitor picked it up perfectly. Mom says we just have to hold out 2 more years until I'm in college. Then we can basically ignore her. Dad will choose us over her if we make him pick. Nathan said something I couldn't quite catch, then Chloe again. Are you kidding? She's not going to last. Mom gives her maybe another year before Dad realizes he made a mistake. Remember Danielle? She lasted what? 8 months? They both laughed, and I felt something crack inside my chest. Danielle had been Derek's girlfriend before me, someone the kids had apparently tortured until she left. Derek always said Danielle couldn't handle the responsibility of being with a single father. Now I understood what really happened. The monitor went silent for a moment, then Nathan spoke again. Did you plant the thing yet? Chloe's response made my blood go cold. Yeah. In her bathroom cabinet, Mom said to wait until after the holidays, then accidentally let Dad find it. He'll lose his mind. I stood frozen in the basement, Derek's jeans falling from my hands onto the concrete floor. What thing? What were they planning? I climbed the stairs slowly, my legs shaking, and walked into our bedroom. Derek was at work, wouldn't be home for another 3 hours. I went into our bathroom and opened the cabinet where I kept my toiletries. Behind my face wash and moisturizer, I found a small orange prescription bottle. The label said Oxycodone, prescribed to a Jennifer Whitmore at a pharmacy I'd never been to. My hands trembled as I opened it. The bottle was half full of white pills. I'd never seen this before in my life. I stood there staring at the pills, understanding crashing over me in waves. They were going to make it look like I had a drug problem. They were going to plant evidence and let Derek discover it. Probably stage some intervention or crisis that would end my marriage. 3 years of careful planning and patience from their mother, using her children as weapons against the woman who'd replaced her. I heard footsteps upstairs and quickly shoved the bottle back where I'd found it, my heart racing. I had to think. I had to be smart about this. That evening at dinner, I watched them differently. Chloe helped set the table without being asked, smiling at me sweetly. Nathan actually answered my question about his English project with more than a grunt. Derek noticed and squeezed my hand under the table, his eyes warm with pride that his kids were finally coming around. I wanted to scream.